Hi, Eric. It's Sabrina here. It was wonderful hearing your response to question one and kind of going off to question three. So I just want to expand a little bit and kind of reiterate some really impactful things that you said. And so, first of all, you talked about asking questions and kind of doing self reflection. And I think this is really important for us as leaders to understand what the basis is behind what we're doing and being able to then find those questions and put them into action and see how we can take different approaches. You highlighted some really important things to remember and to reflect on, and such as how we are making improvements in leadership diversity, but like you mentioned, just not too long ago, we were looking at a certain particular gender, race, group that has had positions of power in America. And so, here, as we're making strides, great strides, doesn't mean that we don't need improvement as well. And so, we still need to be uplifting those who are in a minority role or who are marginalized and giving them the resources, the opportunities to start breaking those barriers. And so I think a lot of organizations have failed in that mindset by, you mentioned like certain laws and everything, and how I don't think it's the right way to have to be forced into inclusivity because of, a law or a new practice. I don't think that's the way to lead, and it's really discouraging to see so many organizations who have seen the change in the world, but they're not necessarily being proactive about the change. They're being reactive, right? And so they're being forced into these mindsets, and they see the world that's constantly changing and the market that is widely, you know, uh, ethnic and diverse, but at the same time, it probably wouldn't be their preference. And so the question is, how do we start to introduce these new methodologies in leadership practices? And I think, like you mentioned, having a diverse mindset is going to be key to this role. We need to have a mindset now where it's innate, it's second nature, it's who we are as leaders to be inclusive and to represent diversity well. That's the only way we're really going to grow as leaders and supporting organizations. And so, lastly, I think going back to the sensitivity topic that you talked about, organizations are they're going to be needing to develop these cultural sensitivities. And like I mentioned earlier, not being forced into it because that's not what we want. We want them to want this as well. And so, really just introducing leaders that are like that want to learn about this stuff and being able to push them into that new mindset of inclusivity is only going to get more important for us. And really being able to just practice what we preach, right? We want these things, we see that they're good, and now we just need to put them into action. We need to promote that growth within ourselves as leaders and also push organizations in that direction. So let me know if you have any questions regarding anything I mentioned, and I look forward to hearing from you.